wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Looks like it was a slow news day. But I came up with a few things after watching all of this. And Ivanka, don't you ever fly commercial again. You buy yourself a nice little jet for you and the kids to be comfortable with a nice little cabin in the back somewhere where the kids can nap and have their juicy boxes and that kind of thing. You guys are your targets. The liberals, although it's a small faction, they're still dangerous. All of them, from Hillary Clinton to Obama to monkey face Michelle to Nancy Pelosi to her crazy daughter to Jill Stein to Bernie Sanders. All of these guys are out of their flippin' minds. They don't want to give up the power, and they're going to do anything. They're going to send in their little, I hate to say it this way, their fag brigade. These guys are incidental husband and husband. I'm sorry. My Bible teaches me husband and wife. And if you can't cross your legs, keep yourself from being pregnant, then you need to carry it out and let somebody love that baby. And if you don't know you're pregnant within 8 to 10 weeks, then tough shit. I mean, any woman that knows her body knows when she's knocked up. Anyway, I thought about this all day long, and I thought about it for a few days, since all the crazies are out and they're doing their damnedest to make Trump look bad. I have to tell Michelle, fuck you, and Obama, fuck you. Every president that has ever handed off the Oval Office has always taken photo ops with the incoming president and his wife. You guys are some classless sons of bitches. There's no doubt about that. I would like to also bring up the fact that I think this is the most important time in history. We need to, all you folks that went through this electoral and what voting thing, our voting, we need to make it a 57 state law that you must show ID to vote. If you're not on the voter rolls, you don't get a vote. That's got to be something that all of us work on. I'm going to work on it in Wyoming. I've got some friends in Colorado that's going to work on it, in Texas and Utah. Because if you're not American, your vote doesn't fucking count. You don't just get to walk over the border and start making our laws. You have to walk through the walk, do the talk, do the tax paying, all of it. And that's the way I see it. We also need to make some laws about harassment of electors. You guys are selected by us, and hopefully you stand by the majority that put you in that position, that's who we wanted for president, whether it be Hillary or whether it be Trump or Bernie Sanders or whatever. You don't get to just walk in there and change your vote, because the Democrats never loved the Constitution. They've hated the son of a bitch since the beginning because it keeps their asses in check. Now all of a sudden they're hugging the Federalist Papers and trying to read into something that isn't there. The founders were pretty specific about what the elector is. People like us in flyover country, Wyoming, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, all the middle states. Hillary might have won large populations in Los Angeles and New York, but those pricks never wonder where the light energy comes from. They just want to click a switch and have the lights come on. Well, it's us. us digging in the coal mines, us working these derelict jobs on rigs, making the energy. Wyoming, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, you guys all know how hard our men work to produce energy. And you know what? These windmills and solar panels, they're junk. And Nancy Pelosi, her old man, has invested heavily in the renewable energy sector. They're just wanting to make new czars, is what they want to do. All their investment in this climate change bullshit is just that. The last time I looked, CO2 is good for trees. It's good for greenery. And all the money that's being paid to these non-governmental agencies to turn around and sue us for a new coal mine or sue us because we're gas drilling in turtle country is bullshit. I hope Trump and his advisors and his cabinet see that. Not another damn dime. You guys want to sue us, you better find your own cash flow, because the United States citizens will no longer pay for you to sue us on your bullshit. Fake news, man, you guys are in trouble. There are so many of us popping up out here. We're kicking your ass and chewing bubblegum all the way to the White House. And if you think you're going to show up at the inauguration and cause problems, you better talk to the 20,000 vets that have volunteered. You better talk to the 13,000 military men that volunteered. You better talk to us, the ones that will be there. Because the first son of a bitch that starts shit in my little area is going to go home with no teeth and a bloody nose. I'm not going to stand for it. You've tried to steal our victory. You've tried to steal Trump's victory. And you know what? In 2019, when this shit's in a history book, Hillary Clinton's going to look like a loser bitch that she is. That should have been hung by the neck along with Obama and Biden and all you little kingmakers that went into countries when it was none of your damn business. Ron Paul said this. Paul Ryan has said this. Hundreds of people have said it's none of our business. And right now, you know what our business is going to have to be? Cleaning up your shit. You little king-making motherfuckers that have gone into these countries that nobody wanted you there. Look at Aleppo. Go back 5 years in a photograph and look at Aleppo. Look at Iran. Look at Iraq. Look at Pakistan. Those countries, they were working, they were busy, they were doing their shit, and it was none of our business. So we're going to have to spend 5 years apologizing and cleaning up Obama and Hillary's mess. So, enough of that one. Let's move on. The electoral vote system. Our founding fathers put it in place to protect us against you liberal, progressive, stupid shits that want everything for yourselves, everything your way, and everybody else can go to hell. Too bad. Find 38 states that will agree with you. I'll lay you odds you don't for another 100 years. You guys have shot yourself in the face more ways than God could ever imagine. Everything you did backfired on you. And you know why? Because God was listening to us. And I'm not even a Jesus person. I think I've been to church twice in my whole life. But you know what? I know when I talk to God and I ask God for something, I always get an answer. Maybe it's not the answer I want, but it's the answer that always works. Always works. I want to see defunding of all refugee programs. We are not here to clean up Obama and Hillary's king-making policies anymore. Tough shit. Get us out of the United Nations. Get us away from NATO, TPP, all of it. We are not a global government. We are the United States of America, and I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. Not the United Nations, not George Soros, Not the Paris Agreement, not any of it. Not climate change, none of it. So stay strong, our Trump supporters. Don't pay attention to Main Street media. It's just to piss you off. It does me every morning. I get up at 5:30 in the morning and I read this stuff and I go, oh my God, there is some broke dick reporters out there. If they have to publish this garbage to try to get clicks and get paid from Google, they're in deeper shit than we are. I need to also bring up defund all the renewables. No more subsidies for wind towers. We have one coming in Wyoming. It's called the Chokecherry Wind Tower, and it's supposed to be, I don't know, something like 100 of them, and if not more. The only ones making money off of that are the dumbass landowners. They're going to have these bird blenders on their property, but you know, I can't blame people. They're tough up for money. But shame on you ranchers. I'd have told them to go fuck themselves with a windmill. Remember those? They were little kid things and they were on a stick and you could blow on them. Sorry for you guys. Wyoming, you need to wise up. You need to cut back your government. It's just gotten too out of hand. You're not going to rob us. I'm glad I'm glad President Trump told Matt Mead to pretty much kiss his ass. We don't need another fucking lawyer in Washington. We've had enough of those. Being that Matt Mead and his little pals tried to steal the Department of Education, Cindy Hill's job duties away from her, just only proves that he's so far out of touch with the normal person that he should never be in a bigger office than where he's at. In fact, he can go home and sit at his $90,000 bar, you know, in his house and drink himself to death, for as far as I'm concerned. I think we need to do a relook at C34's status for hate groups like Black Lives Matter, anything that has to do with climate change, anything that has to do with bird blenders and solar panels and stealing property rights from people who own property, like the Bundy Ranch down there in Nevada. Hillary's pal over in Japan had made a deal with her to put X number of solar panels down there. Did you know, not to take us off the subject, but did you know when a bird flies over a huge solar panel farm, it singes their wings and they drop dead? This is just outrageous. And then to send the Bureau of Land Management after the Bundy Ranch to steal their grazing rights, kill their cattle, bulldoze them under, threaten them with guns, when Bundy has said all along that he would pay the state of Nevada for his grazing rights, but he wasn't going to pay the federal government. Okay, that's for a court to decide. It's been in the courts, out of the courts for months. But the point that I want to bring up on this is that people are fighting back. They're no longer buying in to this government has free fall or free reign over everything from property rights, or as I like to say, cradle to the grave. This is part of your New World Order. They were so intent that Hillary was going to finish out Obama's destruction of America that they don't know what to do with themselves. So we're going to all have to be vigilant. We're all going to have to fight. And I mean by fight, get your videos out. What's going on in your area. Get a hold of your local representatives, your state representatives, and tell them this shit ain't over yet. Until America is back on track and you guys that are in office are doing what we sent you to do. Not what your little pal sent you to do or your donors sent you to do, but what we, the American people, have set. You will do your job or you will get gone. And we will work on this every single day of our dying days to make sure that you never sit in positions of power if you're corrupt. I want to send out special thanks to Trey Groudy, Jason Chavez, Senator Jordan. Gosh, there's about 4 of you guys that I just think are awesome. Congratulations to Kellyanne. I knew you had it, girl. You are feisty. I love feisty women. I love feisty real women. I miss you, Katrina Pearson. You are a fighter too. I hope your life is as bright as the biggest Christmas bulb on my tree this week. Anyway, I wanted to bring that up. Also, one more thing. If anybody's interested on how bad Obama's administration has been, and Clinton's and Bush's, you need to look up, and this was just recently posted on a congressional meeting website, Lois Lerner. This is the IRS bitch. Do you know she still gets her pension? Even though she claimed over 30 times the Fifth Amendment when being asked about targeting nonprofits and Christian organizations applying for C-3/4 status, meaning they don't have to pay taxes. She still gets her pension. And then just recently, they let the bigwig of the IRS off the hook. What the fuck is going on? Rats are jumping ship. Jeff Sessions could be busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest just cleaning up the last 8 years of corruption. Just that. He wouldn't even have to search outside of Washington. He could just do this right there and stay busy. So we need to stay vigilant on that. I looked over, Loretta Lynch, her stuff. Did you know she's only been to trial 13 times? Did you know she had no more experience than a good paralegal? And she's Department of Justice head? She was appointed by Bill Clinton, sent on by Obama. No wonder we need to drain the swamp. My God, these swamp creatures and suckerfish, and I think I'd call her carp. She's a bottom feeder. And she had no more experience. And they're going to put Jeff Sessions through the blues? The man is impeccable compared to this bitch who's never spent one day litigating anything. So, one last thing. Sorry, I keep doing this. One last thing. President Trump, Ivanka, Eric, Donald Jr., get with the lawyers. You guys, they cannot stop you from earning money for your companies, for yourselves, or for anything else. The kids may not be able to be involved in the White House. Ivanka, you're just going to have to decide between your clothing line or being part of the presidency, or they're never going to leave you alone. But the boys, look back. Get a hold of the lawyers. That's what they're there for. There should have been no reason why Ivanka couldn't have coffee, and sell tickets for that coffee to go to St. Jude's Hospital. You kids donated to St. Jude's. They're trying to break you financially, and they're going to stick on you for that forever. So I would advise you find some good lawyers. Lawyers that will advise you so tight that there is not a single opening for these liberal assholes to pick at you. And I mean that. I did have a call from a couple of people and some emails. Trump, please, please stop the weird tweeting. Don't react. These guys are picking at you everywhere they can, and you're just going to have to, I don't know, maybe we should get you a little notebook or something for you to write down, or a journal. But we can't allow these openings. If you want to be on YouTube and have us pass you on, then you're going to have to be a little more restrained. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing it right. But don't let these guys pick at you like an old sore. I know they robbed you of your triumph, or they tried to, but you don't know how much we celebrated out here in flyover lane, flyover country. We celebrated like you wouldn't have believed. And I will post the video from at least 72 places that just absolutely had a great time when you won. The first time, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. For Obama, you know how you handle that little prick? You keep reminding the American people of what a failure he was. How much money he spent on vacations. How much debt he put us into. How he bent over and kissed the world's ass in an apologetic manner for shit we had nothing to do with. How he began the war in Syria, in Libya, and destabilized the whole Middle East. The man should be ashamed, and his man-woman too. Maybe she should, go back to Harlem, where she's from, and get some spinning rims and gold teeth. But don't let those bother you either. All they're looking for is bail money, because if Jeff Sessions and the Department of Justice do their jobs, those fuckers are going to be looking at time in prison, or at least loss of wealth. With that, I'm going to close because I'm getting pissed off. Congratulations. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy New Year. And remember, don't pay attention to this media. Ivanka, you want to learn how to fight a man? You give me a call. I'll show you how to beat a man's ass, especially two bitches, on an airplane. I'll be glad to teach you. I love you guys.